they would define it as. And there's so many different terms, so I completely understand that some talk about inequality in different ways.
I would probably define inequality as having an advantage or disadvantage.
I think I want to see more community spaces where young people can come together like this. I don't think there's as many as there was when I was kind of in my early teens.
I'm Ruth and I'm going to be leading the session on education this afternoon. I'm an ex-teacher and I feel very strongly the curriculum's far too narrow and doesn't really teach people what they need to learn.
A lot of things such as assault cases on females are less likely to be taken seriously because of the gender of the judge and the magistrate.
Patient have experienced.
Yeah, and we need to learn like more VSL, I guess.
Space station.
Yeah, space station. So like, why do they need to go as well?
Inside the law and inequality, like those who are considered
You are so cool. I think I'm in love with you. Okay.
Yes, that's what it reminds me of.
Sorry, I'm like
lesbian.
Harry Styles in a dress. That is it.
And how do we also get young people to understand that they may not have been to Eton and they may not have been to top finishing schools, but that doesn't mean they can't go on to lead the country if they want to lead the country or create the change that they have got within them. And so we ran the claim for several years, it's still going on now. I won't show the next picture of Jayden, although Jayden was someone who was on that project as well. But it was very much about how do we encourage young change makers, especially those who've not had all the privilege, but also want to create change in society. And I think there's something that schools don't do that they should, which is to teach about systems. Things don't just happen in little microcosms. There's systematic reasons why the country's in the state that it's in, or the education system's in the way that it's in.
Yeah, but I don't see the point of learning how coastal erosion.
Could I have one of you please?
Your body wants to get up early.
I'm not going to have me rambling on about myself.
I'm gonna miss you.
They're going to miss this terrible voice.
I'm gonna miss you too.
Tell my mum.
You know what people would do to get this shit? They would die for this shit.
So stop me any time if you've got questions or if you want to heckle me or anything like that.
Many members of the Roots Collective who remember 1979, maybe some exceptions, I think over this time, I'm not sure. But that's me as a baby, my mum and dad.
Mental health and wellbeing. And I think probably one of the questions that James and I both think about in our jobs is how can we have, how can we all have kind of better mental health and wellbeing in Greater Manchester?
To give me advice on what to do.
However, I think in schools there should be a sort of feeding system where you can go to a professional in school.
Let's say it's central Manchester. Who owns the land here? Who owns the buildings here? If we were in Scotland, the vast majority of the land in Scotland is owned by 10 people.
So every year we've got £500 for those people. Wouldn't life be so much better? When did you invest in schools, education? What else?
Right, hey everyone, I hope you're having a nice day. My name is Beth. I'm an editor at Economy, which Maisie's probably told you is a charity that's all about making economics and the economy feel more like accessible and relevant.
Part of my business card is Ariel. I've got a 2-year-old at home, don't I? All the priorities.
With the sandwich? Oh, she didn't eat the sandwich. She wants to start with a sandwich.
I can go, I've got the first ever signed book and I can sell it for billions.
Yeah, I mean, that thing that all kids do. Sign my arm. That isn't a joke, do it.
Teamwork.
And we also brought up how there are hardly any BAME teachers. So we're wondering
if they're making it to senior levels.
Inequality, right, okay. Keep that to one side for a minute. Go to this one. They worked on one each, didn't they? It's fine, we can bring it down.
Sorry to be late.
Do you want to sit here or do you want to?
Yeah, that looks like a hot seat, doesn't it? There, like right in. Because my dad got a job in Manchester when I was 1, so I grew up in and around Greater Manchester. My mum and dad didn't go to university. I never expected to get into politics, but as I became more politically interested, it kind of it happened, and I got lucky. Things, I got chances that I didn't expect to get, but I did. Services of the kind of the support you need should be like the highest priority in society. Young people who need extra help should be the top of the tree, but sadly, it doesn't always work like that. So.